everybody, welcome to Making Magic Tarot. Today we are doing a pick a card reading for the upcoming year, for the year of 2022, what you can expect individually. So we have four piles, as you can see. Pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. And so you can either, I recommend closing your eyes and opening them back up, and whichever one you look at first, you can trust you're guided to choose that by spirit. Otherwise, of course, you can choose to keep your eyes open and go with whichever pile you feel intuitively guided to choose to go with, trusting that beautiful intuition, of course. But anyways, do remember to, of course, like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And don't forget that little notification bell when subscribing to the channel, so you're informed, updated when new pick a card readings come out and are uploaded in the near future. But yeah, let's get started. Take a moment and pick which pile you feel most drawn to. Hello, pile number 1. This is the pile you chose. So we have the oracle cards already previously chosen, shuffled for, and then we'll pull some tarot, potentially from 2 different decks, at least from 1, to further clarify. So let's see what we have for you. From the Spirit Animal Oracle deck, we have Dragonfly Spirit. Truth transcends illusion, and the number 22. Ooh, so we have 222 coming out. I would look up that angel number, meaning there is a message for you there. As well as Antelope Spirit, life is speeding up. And then we have Vulture Spirit for the third from that deck. Nothing is wasted. Karmic relationships from the Starseed Oracle deck, as well as We the Hathors. All right, and then from the Moonology deck, we have a personal issue reaches resolution, balance, spirituality, and practicality, if I could straighten it out, and surrender to the divine. All right, so right off the bat, I can tell you that it's going to be a year of a lot of honesty, a lot of truths coming to you from the divine, from spirit, from the universe. You're not going to be able to ignore the honest truth. I feel as if that comes into play when, for certain relationships, connections, friends. When it comes to your destiny, what fulfills you, it's going to be on a multitude of levels. You at times will unexpectedly get downloads from the universe, from spirit, even if you don't normally acquire them, in regards to where you're meant to head, what you're meant to achieve, and if a situation's still working for you. Feels very career oriented. But again, truths will come to light when it comes to certain friends, and for some of you, a relationship. I'm being drawn to the crown here on the dragonfly, a reminder, a push from the universe to put that crown back on, to remember how royal you truly are, regardless of some hard truths that you do need to swallow throughout the year. But we're moving on to Antelope Spirit, where I do feel as if it's going to be a fast year. It may feel as if it starts off a little bit slow, but then it picks up pretty quickly. You having to accomplish a lot, making a lot of changes, balancing a lot out, going over to that balanced spirituality and practicality card. But as well, just a reminder that nothing is wasted throughout the year. Although it's a year where things are moving pretty damn quickly for the most part, you can take time to yourself. You can take time to nap, to rest, to create art, to do something that fulfills you or replenishes you on a soul level. That can be a form of healing. Nothing is wasted, okay? Even if you feel there are parts of the year where you have to take a step back and figure out how to move forward, or what's right for you, or how to digest some of these hard truths, it's not wasted. It's part of your process. It's part of your path. Or for some of you, you might be going through, I'm seeing a big divine detour towards a path that's more aligned with who you're becoming. Feeling as if you changed a lot in 2021, and that's not going to stop in 2022. It's just going to, it feels like a lot more around you is going to either continue or start to change. All right, but there's a huge focus on karmic relationships for a lot of you, whether it's you being pushed by spirit to reflect on them from the past, gaining levels of truth, certain truths when it comes to people you dealt with in the past. I feel like a lot of you dealt with a difficult karmic relationship, a love relationship in the past. and that's totally fine. It happens to the best of us, but it just feels as if you'll be reminded of all of which when trying to get into a new relationship or making the best out of a continuing one, in order to keep your eyes open for red flags, not to make the same mistakes that you made in the past, not to let someone sort of one up you or walk all over you or make you believe certain lies, if you will, that got a bit negative, but we keep it real on this channel. I need for you to a reminder, to push, to surrender to the divine, to trust that they have a plan for you, that these truths and these reminders, even potentially detour once again, is all purposeful for you. And it feels like a personal issue reaches a resolution, whether that's with somebody in your current life throughout this year, or it could be just an issue once again you haven't sort of came to terms with, or haven't had any closure for within your mind. Could have a lot to do with certain karmic relationship or certain ones from the past. And for some of you, I feel like this karmic relationships card is more to do with friendships as well. It could be both love and friends. And let's not forget, family can fall into that category as well. But it just feels like you're learning a lot about your past, present, and where your future is heading. And with this deep love, mother's milk, birth is a portal, it feels as if a lot of you will find a true benefit in a mother's guidance. Whether it's a mother figure in your life, it doesn't have to be your actual mother, or you might find that you're put in that situation where you have to mother certain individuals. You use your experience, your wisdom, your knowledge you've gained from all the ups and downs to help other people. Wow. And a reminder that even times when you have to stop or feel guided to stop and help others, that's not wasted. That's helping you with your good karma along the way as well. It's just fulfilling, and I think you'll be reminded that you picked this this pile for a lot of reasons. One of which being you're very fulfilled by helping other people, by trying to help them not make the same mistakes you've made in the past. We're going to pull from the Gilded Tarot deck to further speak upon your year. It feels like it could be a very intense year, especially when the center of your oracle cards you have this antelope spirit talking about life speeding up, but it's going to be a fulfilling, eye-opening sort of year. I'm hearing don't take anything for granted, and it's this reminder that as potentially certain people might leave your life, or certain situations are being pushed away from you where you just feel the need to sort of drop them. It just reminds you not to take anything for granted, even just the small moments, that life is short and it moves pretty damn quickly at times. Again, I don't know why I feel the need to reiterate. Look up 222. There's a message for you. Angel number meaning. Just search it online. We have one flying out. I know you couldn't see it, but we have the Ace of Wands. There is a lot of passionate fresh starts happening for you within this year. You can trust that. We have two here. And I feel like that comes in the form of friendships. Some of you, a relationship that you've been desiring, a new job if you feel as if you've been working one that is quite dead end or just not healthy for you or not aligned with you, being pushed towards this passion, a new passionate fresh path for yourself in a few different ways. With the Five of Swords, interesting, almost a Page of Swords. So you could find that you're learning a lot about yourself, once again, other people, situations, and what's meant for you. But there is a little sense of conflict or stress in your life. You might find that throughout the year you're a bit stressed or a little all over the place mentally, feeling a bit chaotic at times because things are moving quite quickly, right? So sorry, I should have just left them. But you might find that it's just a year of you cleaning up, organizing, figuring out what's right for you once again, and just regaining a new sense of balance within one's mind, heart, and soul. As well, I feel like a lot of you are gaining a new sense of confidence or getting that confidence back, feeling like certain people, situations have made it hard to maintain that confidence along the way. A push, as you can see this imagery, to sit back on your throne, to again there's a reason that came out in the beginning, to put that crown back on and realize how damn important you are, how much you have to offer when it comes to your career, when it comes to relationships, including friendships, when it comes to life in general. Any situation you wrap yourself up in moving forward, feeling very guided to embrace the new. We have a second king here at the bottom, the King of Cups. So yeah, you might feel emotional at times, sure. You know, nobody's perfect, and you need to learn and grow from those emotions. But you're balancing yourself out, coming very much into balance with your masculine side, feeling very bold throughout the month, excuse me, the year of 2022. I do feel like a lot of you will see an immense amount of progress taking place for you with the Wheel of Fortune when it comes to your career. Being reminded and making it very clear, I mean, the universe is, that you have so many options with that Seven of Cups when it comes to who you want to wrap yourself up with friends-wise, love-wise, and when it comes to career choices. Some of you taking on more than one career option, realizing, damn, I'm one badass individual and I can handle it all. And it's a year where these truths lead you to what's truly meant for you. Wow. So I hope this was truly helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I wish you the most amazing year, and I'll definitely see you next time. Bye, pile number one. Hi, pile number two. So this is the pile you chose. And as you can see, we have the oracle cards already pre-shuffled for. They were flying out of the deck. And then we'll pull some tarot after we discuss these to further speak upon what's going to happen in your upcoming year. So we're beginning with Owl Spirit from the Spirit Animal Oracle deck, as well as Buffalo Spirit. So you see clearly now, and the abundant universe will provide. And then we have Scarab Beetle Spirit. Magic works through you. Very powerful, magical year ahead for you. Although I am getting a little bit of nervous energy, to be completely honest. You might be dealing with some disturbances or some annoyances within your I'm hearing work environment, your living situation, or with just certain energies you're wrapped up with. But it is a year in comparison to pile number one, where they had a lot of clarity and truth coming to be. You will as well with this Owl Spirit. But then we have You're Not Alone, as well as Whale and Orca Elders. This is from the Starseed Oracle deck. And then we have Trust the Timing. Beautiful. Let's move these up just slightly so we can see all of which. I feel like there is a push throughout this year for a lot of you, pile number two, to share your song, to express yourself, to get your voice out there in one way, shape, or form, whether that's on social media, and you might already be doing just that, or to speak up when the time is right for you, when you feel your intuition or your voice is needed, when you see clearly and someone else does not. All right. We also have communication is key, accurately put next to this Owl Spirit. And a fiery climax approaches. Love it. Yeah, I do feel like it's a very magical year ahead for you, where you're creating a lot, you're expressing a lot. A lot of you creating art or performing on stage in one way, shape, or form. In the center of your reading, we have Buffalo Spirit, where it talks about the abundant universe providing. And I do feel like you'll be receiving an immense amount of abundance in a multitude of forms, opportunities, creativity, opportunities to create once again that keeps coming out, and new friendships, new relationship for some of you that also came out in pile number one. You may want to watch that. And I do feel like there is an increase in money for a lot of you, pile number two. It's not the only form of abundance, but I do see that taking place. At times you could find your finances kind of, you know, go up and down, but you're gifted forms of abundance to keep you moving forward, however that ends up pertaining to you. And abundance can sometimes be a form of clarity. All right. And I do feel like you're receiving clarity on what has been stressing you out, or you've been mulling over, or just can't sort of figure out in one way, shape, or form. Whatever's been sort of on your mind consistently to an extent or from time to time, you're getting that clarity in order to shake it off or forget about it, get that closure, and move on forward to create magic, to co-create with the universe in one way, shape, or form. But I do feel like you're finding new creative ways to communicate, to get your voice out there. And there's this reminder that as you communicate more with the universe, with spirit, with those around you, with new people, a lot of new connections throughout this year for you. You are reminded that you're not alone. At times feeling like you're surrounded by a lot of people throughout this year, but you're simply feeling alone still. Does that make sense? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm just realizing you can't actually see them still. But yeah, I do feel like there are times when you feel like you are alone in the decision-making process, having to decide where to invest your money, to stick with the situation, or to be the Queen of Swords and get rid of people, places, or situations that are no longer serving you or aligned with you, given you've changed a lot over the past year, or even moving back further. It does feel like you will once again be pushed to take I was going to say share your song, but then they pushed me to take a deep dive, to take a leap of faith, a very fool card kind of feeling, to take a chance, a magical chance on something you've been wanting to do, whether that's a move of residence, taking a new approach to your career, starting something new when it comes to your career. But it does feel like if you're in a relationship, there's a fiery climax approaching, to say the least. There's a fiery climax within your year where you feel things are very spicy, very intense, very magical. A lot of people attracted to you, people are drawn to your energy, to the changes and the boldness about you. It's like at times you do get a little nervous, a little on edge, a bit anxious, but at times people see that as relatable, or they'll just give you your space and you'll get back to your confident, less anxious self. Does that make sense? Trust the timing. If there's something you're trying to grow or get off the ground, or it's just a matter of you trusting the timing when going for this leap of faith. I do once again feel as if a lot of you will be dealing with a situation that's very noisy, a bit abrupt, or just not right or aligned with you energy wise. And that might be the leap of faith you're looking to take or being pushed to take, and therefore being presented with options from the universe in order to improve your life immensely. Let's pull some tarot. Trust the waves you came in on. Excuse me as I struggle to speak in your reading. Feeling like there is a situation where you're feeling a bit trapped, a bit restricted. And I feel like it'll change about halfway through the year, where you'll find the courage, dig for that courage, inner strength, and be presented a bunch of options in order to move towards something new and better for you. Something healthier, right? Where you can feel more at ease, more at peace, a lot more confident once again, feeling as if it does create a lot of emotions in your situation. What do we have for pile number 2 to continue? Probably can't see, but the cards do typically fly out on this channel. Page of Swords in reverse. We're going to clarify that one in just a moment. Six of Pentacles, absolutely. It's a year of abundance for you, gifted options, clarity, and just financial increase. Advances when it comes to your career with the Seven of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, feeling quite abundant even with all the chaos surrounding you or within your mind at times, feeling like the universe is continuously pushing you to believe in the magic within yourself and the confidence that you are deep down, you contain deep down. It's like at times you do get a bit on edge, or energy affects you immensely, or you think the worst or expect the worst, but you're really this confident individual, strong individual down deep, and you're pushed to take a leap of faith, given you have a lot of options in regards to that. Wow, it's a year of you needing to choose, decide, and balance out a lot. Figure out what's truly right for you and not right for everybody else. I feel like there's going to be a lot of opinions and judgments surrounding you from family members, friends, excuse me as I stutter a little bit, maybe even coworkers, a boss figure for some of you, and needing to just take a step back and figure out what's right for you and only you, and move towards it in a confident manner. I was clarifying this Page of Swords in reverse. There's something you don't remember or don't understand fully from the past with that Six of Cups. Something you wanted to go after or did go after that didn't work out, and you're gaining clarity going back to this Owl card on that throughout the year. It could be a little bit intense, a little bit overwhelming, but it's allowing you to feel less restricted by that lack of clarity, to give you that sense of closure so you can move forward in a healthier, less weighed down way. Because if you're honest with yourself, it's been sort of weighing you down to a certain extent, maybe potentially even creating blockages, as a lot does come at you, a lot of options, people feeling drawn to your intense magical energy. I do feel like you're going to have to know and be very decisive as to who and what's not meant for you as you make your way through this magical year. And at times you will feel as if you have a lot on your plate with this Ten of Wands, and therefore you are going to want to take a step back and be within your own energy, and that's totally fine. Don't feel guilty for that, as it is a year where you're releasing a lot, gaining a lot, again, forms of abundance, while everything does align for you in the way it's meant to. Beautiful. So I hope this reading was truly helpful. I hope you have the most amazing year. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye, pile number 2. Hello, pile number 3. This is the pile you chose. So as you can see, we meaning me in spirit, I pre-shuffled to pull the oracle cards. They were flying out of the deck. And then after we speak upon these, we will pull some tarot cards to speak upon your year for 2022. I have a small little deck if we need to pull any more clarifiers. But from the Spirit Animal Oracle deck, we have the Badger Spirit, be fearless and bold. And then Stag Spirit, take the lead. As well, Cat Spirit, claim your independence. So right off the bat, I can tell you it's a year where you're pushed to be bold, to be fearless, to go after what feels right to you, your own version of independence, success, and to not pay much mind to other people's opinions and judgments. You might find that it's a year where you claim your independence by showing people that you can be successful by being a YouTube creator, by having your own small business, or by just doing things in a way that they would have felt impossible or just wrong. You know, feeling like you're not the typical person that would want to go for a 9-to-5 job throughout the year of 2022. You might find that you're breaking free of that, or you might find that you are taking a different role in a relationship, or certain connections that feels very different from those who raised you or have taught you how to move forward up until this point. I feel like a lot of you will be taking the lead in your career throughout 2022, or even within a relationship, taking a stand, getting your voice out there, being pushed by the universe to be bold and fearless in a lot of different ways. You might find yourself stepping up and going for a promotion to become a leader, a boss figure within your career, or just stepping towards getting your own business off the ground. Good for you if that's the case. Or some of you starting a second business, feeling like, you know what, I know I've been working this one job in another business, but it's time for me to run 2 different businesses and just claim my independence and show that I can be successful in that manner. All right. But with from the Moonology deck, we have believe in the impossible, absolutely, and the energy is gaining momentum. And from the Starseed Oracle deck, we have Star Brothers, talking about protection and loyalty, safety and trust. And then we have Inner Earth, you'll survive this, new solutions and beginnings. So I do feel like any obstacles you have to overcome or cope with, deal with on this path to independence and success and leadership in a multitude of ways, you'll be reminded by Spirit and the Universe you're protected, you're guided, you will come up with new creative solutions in the weirdest moments, as you do see a lot of synchronicities, a lot of angel numbers, signs, a lot of feathers, as you can see in all 3 of those cards. And you will be reminded that there are a lot of new beginnings on the horizon throughout the year as you are pushed to look at the bigger picture, right? When trying to get something off the ground or move towards a new level of success, to be the leader that you once wish you had, I feel the need to say. Very, very interesting. A very powerful but almost serene kind of reading. This is the second time I had to do your pile over, and it feels 100% different in the energy this time around. And that's a message in and of itself. You trying to do something over, or a second time or in a different manner throughout this year, and being so damn successful and feeling a lot less stressed in the process. Even though it does feel like there's certain energies, or the energy in the air could make you feel a bit rushed, having a lot to accomplish. A reminder that you are still blossoming as an individual, to give yourself some slack, some credit at times, and to rest when need be, as the energy will gain momentum throughout the year. You'll find that it just takes an increase as the year progresses. It might dip from time to time, but for the most part, overall, you'll see the energy, the momentum start to increase and increase and increase as you take on more and figure out what's right for you and become more confident and bold in your leadership and your guidance. I don't know if I mentioned it already, but you will find that you feel most content, most fulfilled when guiding others, or utilizing your wisdom, your knowledge, what you've learned up until this point, what you've overcome, the solutions you've had to come up with to help other people on their path, to get through their struggles. It's like you might be finding that in certain situations, the universe pushes you or to help others come up with creative solutions for their situations, for their obstacles. And that in and of itself, will push you to remember how much of a leader you are deep down. I wouldn't be surprised if you have strong fire in your chart. Wow. Yeah, I do feel like you're being reminded throughout the year, certain months in particular. I feel like in the middle, that you are meant to prove other people wrong when claiming your independence. I think I already mentioned that, to prove to other people that you can do it your way and be successful. You don't have to go about the way society sees you as successful or potentially being successful, right? It's about not impressing people per se. You will in the end, but not going about doing achieving your success, your independence, by trying to please others. You'll impress them in the end, but don't try to please them along the way. But think about your fulfillment, doing it your way, and it will prove successful. Wow. Let's pull some tarot. I do feel like all the meanwhile, you going for your independence, leadership, and feeling bold and fearless is a new form of healing for you throughout the year. And you're pushed to keep that hope alive, to remember that your wishes, your goals are relevant, are important, and can come true. Keep believing in the impossible. Yeah, the Empress as well, because this is the split deck. I do feel like you're giving birth to a lot of new, beautiful opportunities this month, situations that are going to lead you to uh, blossoming and becoming that star that you have always felt deep down you are, in the making. That wasn't perfectly put, but you get the point. We have the rabbit here, which I feel you see a lot of, as well as butterflies throughout the year. Rabbits being a sign of fertility. All right, let's pull some tarot for pile number 3. Wow, shooting out 2 of Cups. Yeah, you're gonna step into a new relationship, a lot of new connections throughout this year. Then wanting me to speak upon you getting the love that you deserve because you're going after what you want, what you feel is right for you. It's that message overall where when you do what's right for you at the end of the day, when you claim your independence, when you work your ass off, you end up getting the love that you deserve, or a new fresh start within an existing connection that is meant for you and only you. Wow. And I feel like this person will see you as just a very strong, independent, successful light. And you might even find that you take the lead in that connection, even if you're the not usually taking on that kind of role, feeling very motivated throughout the year to, in a feisty sort of passionate way, go after what you deserve. But don't be surprised if you do have a bit of a guard up to an extent from all of the struggles and ups and downs you've had to experience, putting in a lot of hard work, but gaining a lot of abundance and rewards due to it all. But don't get stressed or lose that hope once again. If you find something you're trying to get off the ground moves a bit slowly, or your path to independence and success feels a little bit slower in the beginning, you will gain momentum as the year goes on. Stay confident, stay passionate, and allow yourself to just implement self-care when you feel a bit burnt out. Okay, let's pull one more. Yeah, they want me to say it again. You're going to feel burnt out at times because you're putting in so much effort and trying to balance out the areas of your life, feeling very heavy in the category of finances and career, and then being pushed to have the successful romantic love life. It's you just needing to be honest with yourself as to what's going to take your priority, be on the top of your priority list, what's going to take your resources, where are you going to put those resources towards, needing to at times be honest with oneself as you become more spiritually connected. How does your routine need to be adjusted, as it is a very fast-paced year for the most part, especially as you make your way through the middle and the ending of the year. All right, there are times when you could experience some anxiety when you're trying to go after passionate fresh starts, but allow your emotions to teach you something when you do feel them come to the surface. I do feel like there's a lot of healing from 2021 and the previous years that you haven't coped with or dealt with, and habits that need to be adjusted and put to rest in order to make the best out of some of these new beginnings. All right, it is a very powerful and bold year for you, to say the least. Nice. So I hope this reading was truly helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I am hoping you have the most amazing year, and I'll definitely see you next time. Bye, pile number 3. Hi, pile number 4. So this is the pile you chose. Do excuse any noise in the background as we make our way through your messages. But as you can see, I picked the shuffled for the oracle cards previous to the reading before filming, and they were flying out of the deck, as I keep saying, in each pile. But we'll then further speak upon your upcoming year, 2022, by pulling some tarot. We also have a small deck if need be. All right. So first and foremost, from the Spirit Animal Oracle deck, we have Dolphin Spirit, this and that are true. And then we also have Ant Spirit, time to collaborate. I'm hearing going back to the beginning, going back to the start, trying to figure out why something happened, or trying to redo something in one way, shape, or form. You're going to find it's a year where you're needing to work with others, even if you don't prefer it. At times you will find, you're pushed to be independent and do things your way. But at the very least, there are times where you need to network, collaborate, work with certain friends or family members, again, even coworkers, to seek the best results. Even if it doesn't feel 100% right for you, I'm being drawn to the puzzle pieces. You will find that certain puzzle pieces are put in place for you throughout the year of 2022, feeling like you were just missing something. Something wasn't there, a little bit of a void, or just you couldn't figure out what was missing in if you look at your big puzzle, you're gifted those puzzle pieces, or at least one of which throughout the year of 2022 from the universe, from Spirit. But it's a year with the dolphin spirit where you're pushed to take a leap of faith, to have more fun. I feel like dolphins are typically a reminder of having fun, enjoying yourself. You can also seek this as a reminder to take a leap of faith when need be, when you feel like something isn't right for you or the right opportunity presents itself. There is going to be a lot of people and situations you're wrapped up with where it's like this and that are true. Not everything presented to you or said to you is black and white. Don't take everything for face value. Do your research, trust your intuition. You could have some untrustworthy people in your midst. I feel like especially at work. For some of you, it's a friend. We also, from the Starseed Oracle deck, we have Earth School. You can't really see this one, I'm so sorry. Life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. So it's a year of learning, growing, expanding yourself, learning more about who you're becoming, who you want to be, and who you want to be surrounded with, the type of situations you want to be wrapped up in. I do see you having a lot of situations where people will remind you, thank you for reminding me the type of person I don't want to be, right? Or the type of person I do want to be in that sense. A new romantic cycle begins in the sense of you learning the type of romance you truly desire, the type of person you're most fitted with, right? The person that balances you out the most. Remembering that that is truly essential for you. A lot of you, even if you're in a connection moving into 2022, are beginning a new romantic cycle with that person. If you're single, it's starting fresh with somebody in a very exciting but balanced manner. Feeling like they could potentially be that puzzle piece that was missing. But it feels like more realizations when it comes to what you need in your life. It could even be a puzzle piece when it comes to your past, when it comes to clarification on certain situations that didn't come to be, or just kind of fell flat in one way, shape, or form, or a bit more difficult than they needed to be. Some of you, once again, it's about past relationships. But we also have Cracked Open, which talks about rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. So you either will find that you're hitting rock bottom at certain points in one category of your life throughout this year, or you're being pushed to reflect on when you hit rock bottom in the past, when it felt like, things couldn't get worse, and then you just ended up improving, rising from the ashes, feeling very vulnerable at certain points throughout the year, and that being purposeful from Spirit in the universe for you to become more comfortable with who you're becoming, the difficulties, the ups and downs, to utilize all of which to help others, to get your voice out there, to potentially prevent other people from making similar mistakes you've made in the past. It's like you're being cracked open to see the inner truths that you contain so you can move towards what feels right for you, what feels aligned with you, instead of what you've been sort of settling for or what other people have pushed you towards in one way, shape, or form. You're very close to achieving a goal. It feels like one big goal. It could be some small ones within one big one, but at the very least is one big goal. You know, if whatever just came to mind, that's what you're very close to achieving throughout this year. And I feel like you'll be achieving it by the end of the year, if not as you make your way into 2023. And again, it's a big goal, so it's not something you would expect to achieve overnight. For some of you, it's getting a business off the ground or just achieving this perfect lifestyle with a family and children. Or even if you cut out the children in that equation, just, you know, I'm seeing somebody wanting to purchase a house or just, you know, again, move to that perfect location. Wow, that's amazing to experience getting closer to that kind of big goal that will make you feel more complete, more fulfilled, closer to your ultimate happiness. But going back to this Earth School card, I do feel like a lot of you will be learning more about um, your career, gaining new knowledge when it comes to taking a step towards a new level of success. Does that make sense? Um, Being pushed to take a leap of faith, you could be going back to school, taking an online course, or just doing training when it comes to a new position. Or it could be training in the midst of a position you've done for years, and it's like, okay, refreshing my memory in that sense. And then you'll find that you do learn more than you expected to. Very interesting. Learning more about other people and situations around you to the point where you become the Queen of Swords and decipher who and what's actually going to continue moving forward with you. A very, very intense but informing kind of year for you. Let's pull some tarot from the Gilded deck. You're being pushed at certain points throughout the year as well to ask yourself, when do I feel most colorful? When do I feel most fulfilled once again? What makes me feel giddy, happy inside? And to surround yourself with more people, energies like that, situations like that. If you feel like a job or a living situation or something that sort of is weighing you down and stripping away that color and enjoyment in your life, then why are we sticking with it, right? Ooh, look who we have. Queen of Swords and the Ace of Cups. Absolutely relevant. I just mentioned her. Male or female, gender is quite irrelevant in tarot. You're taking on this feisty approach where you need to keep that hope alive all the meanwhile, but decipher and figure out who and what's actually coming with you as you move towards your level of success and abundance, where we have the Ace of Cups. You will feel like at certain points in the year, even if you hit rock bottom or you did in the past, your cup is overflowing. It's all about your perspective, how you view things, and your own version of abundance. I do feel like you're gifted abundance in a multitude of forms throughout the year for doing what's right for you, for speaking your truth, for not discarding these truths that the universe is providing you at times, for trusting your intuition as you part ways with this and that and move towards bigger and better situations for yourself. The healthy or healthier. Wow. You could find that your voice is very strong, very bold throughout the year as you feel very passionate about your inner truth that you're becoming very close to. And that's when you'll feel most vulnerable. Two of Pentacles, a lot to weigh out, a lot to juggle. You can see the rainbow here talking about, once again, needing to be truly honest about what makes you happy. Getting closer to that ultimate happiness. And however that works for you, the universe is in the background clapping, spirit's clapping for you like, yes, pile number 4, you deserve this. It was only a matter of time. Feeling like at times you are feeling things don't go as smoothly as possible throughout the year. We'll clarify that in just a second. Needing to remember and realize what's not right for you with the 4 of Pentacles. I feel like this came out in reverse and I felt the need to put in the upright. At times you'll find that you go with the flow and other times you want to have that control. You want to tighten that grip. And the universe will remind you to loosen that grip. It's just going to make things feel a lot heavier and a lot less natural and organic. What do we have for this High Priestess? You'll find that certain people and energies that have been with you for a while, could even be just one situation, have created a bit of a blockage for you. With the Manifestation card, the Magician card in the reverse, and the Six of Swords in reverse, and feeling like you at times want to hold on to this person and the situation to out of loyalty, or just because you've been with them or that situation for a while, and you'll realize that it's time to go with the flow and allow yourself to release what's no longer working for you or what's been weighing you down and holding you back. Wow. And you could find that at the end of the day that was restricting you of your happiness all the meanwhile. And it's times in the year where you're going to have to release certain habits, that lack of hope at times, and just dig for that inner strength. All the meanwhile, a push to remain confident or bring that confidence back when going after your own form of justice and balancing things out for yourself and those you care most about. Wow. So I hope this reading was truly helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I hope you have the most amazing 2022, and I'll see you next time. Bye, pile number 4.